Greed is good? Yes, no.
No.
No, greed is now legal, as we said in the movie. Greed is now legal. That's to say that the behavior that characterized Gecko in the 1980s has now become formalized in the 2000s, and that was the banking the central institutions of the United States began behaving like Gecko in this world. They started to play loose and easy with their leverage, their credit. They were selling junk securities to the American people, junk securities called subprime mortgages, but they were rated AAA. That was the issue. They were rated AAA by the ratings agencies, which were paid for by them. So the world was betrayed by the banks. There's nothing wrong with being a gambler or being a speculator, but as long as you keep your activity in a hedge fund, that's one thing. But when you become a banker and you do it with government money and the government allowance and also government bailout, that becomes another thing entirely.
And the second short question, capitalism is good, yes or no?
I think it is. I think it has to be moderated, and it has to be regulated. And I think, as my father, who was a stockbroker for 50 years, said to me many times, capitalism can work on paper. It doesn't work. Communism works on paper, you would say. But in reality, capitalism can distribute the markets, can tell us what we need, can react flexibly to the needs of people, supply and demand. Not always well, but it can. But unfortunately, much of this, he used to say, no profit without production. And the concept of production has been diminished in recent times, the last 30, 40 years in America. The emphasis has been on making money with money, which is a form of usury. The banks have taken the money, and the banking system, the shadow banks, the finance companies of our country have increased their profit. Their corporate profit of the United States has increased from 16% in 1986 to almost 40% in 2007. So you see a tremendous leap of finance companies making money. They do nothing for the economy, very little, but they make money for themselves. This is a very dangerous position
without production.
In the world. Without production.
Eric?
Would you say a few words about that, please?
Well, as a dramatist, I'm telling the story from inside. I'm not being a documentarian and judging Wall Street. It's easy to say, it's not easy, but there are many good books written about it, just documentaries. I'm trying to walk in the shoes of these guys, and there are 6 people in this movie. There's Susan Sarandon's the mother, who's overextended. She's middle-class mother of Shia, and Michael is the father of Carrie, and we have Josh Brolin and Frank Langella, and Michael trying to, it's 3 larger-than-life financial manipulators. One is worse than the other. Certainly Josh is the worst, and they're trying to trap Shia LaBeouf in their schemes, their financial shenanigans. So I'm inside those feelings, and inside those feelings, I felt David Byrne had been there before with me. He'd been there in 1980 movie, but I used his latest soundtrack from 2008 called "What's Happening Happens." Is that right? Whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, happens. 2008, beautiful songs, and also 2004. David is the philosopher. He's written beautiful lyrics, and the lyrics sum up the concept of whimsy, the concept that this bubble will happen again. This kind of movie is not so tragic as some people would like to say, and it is a comedy of manners because the system the system that we've built up allows for this behavior to go on and on. If you think about the movie in another way, you could say it's about, the theme of the movie is trust. The trust that exists on a macro level between banks and people, which has now been shattered, I think. And the trust that exists on a micro level between these 6 people. That's always being tested by money and by pressure, societal pressure. Father and daughter betray each other. Mother and son, they're tested to the limit. I would say the movie operates on emotions of greed and betrayal against love and trust between people. So when society fractures, when there's no trust between people in the banks, and there's no trust between people, civilization itself is called into question. This is in the lyrics of David Byrne, if you listen closely. And I love his, I chose him for his sense of philosophy.